Kanye West has a new beef. He's ripping into his business partners, Adidas and The Gap.
He's doing it publicly because you live by the influencer and you die by the influencer.
Okay, Jack, how many DMs did we get over the break from people seeing a Zucking and then saying Zucking?
A handful.
If you see Zucking, you say Zucking. That's what you got to do.
You do. And was this a Zucking?
This feels like it was the most controversial copycatting that we've seen all summer, and it involves Kanye, not Facebook.
In June, Kanye West posted on Instagram that the Adidas Adilet 22 sandals are fake Yeezys.
Okay, and he's got a point here. Adidas was putting out sandals that really kind of remind us of the designs that Kanye does for his sneakers.
These sandals look like Yeezy sandals.
Which is weird.
And they sell like Yeezy sandals.
Which means fast.
But there's no Yeezy branding on them, and therefore, Kanye doesn't get a dime when Adidas sells them.
But it's not just Adidas. It turns out Kanye last week also had a problem with his other business partner over at The Gap.
He accused The Gap's leadership of having meetings about the Yeezy line at Gap without Yeezy being there.
Okay, now here's where things get freaky. Kanye got so angry at Adidas that he posted a fake news headline on Instagram saying the CEO of the company was dead at 60.
Now, Kanye, for a while now, appears to be mentally unwell.
His relationships are crumbling. It's honestly pretty sad to see.
But even we're surprised to see his public spats affecting stock markets.
Kanye is not saying she's a gold digger, but he is saying that people are copying his designs and not including him in the process.
Now, the big question that Adidas and The Gap must be asking themselves right now, was doing a deal with Kanye West worth it?
So Jack and I jumped in T-Boy style to the numbers. And Jack, what were the Yeezy numbers for sales over at Adidas?
Adidas Yeezy products sold $1.7 billion worth in 2021.
Okay, Jack, can we sprinkle in a little numerical context on that?
That is 15% of total sales for Adidas, the German apparel giant.
Yetis, are you not satisfied with that yet? Because get this.
Sales of Yeezy shoes for Adidas in 2021 beat Allbirds, the entire Allbirds company, by 6 times.
All right, so if you're like walking around San Francisco and you see a pair of Allbirds on some tech engineer, guess what?
There are 6 people wearing Yeezy shoes for every one Allbirds wear.
Okay, now that Yeezy ROI for Adidas isn't just benefiting Adidas. Jack, what's going on with The Gap?
The Gap doesn't break out sales of their Yeezy collaboration, but the Yeezy deal did end 10 years of sales stagnation for The Gap.
The Gap's Yeezy Perfect hoodie became the top-selling online item in the history of The Gap, which goes back quite a few decades.
And this wasn't people who used to wear that big G-A-P sweatshirt.
Yeah, in size husky.
70%
it's a
of
classic.
Yeezy hoodie buyers were first-time Gap customers.
If you didn't have a Gap hoodie in your closet when you were 7 years old, you didn't have a childhood.
Based on these huge numbers, it appears that the Kanye deal revived sales for both The Gap and for Adidas.
And yet the stocks of both Gap and Adidas are down 60% in the last year.
Maybe on fear that the Yeezy bump they've been enjoying could come to an end.
Okay, so when we add up all these numbers, whether doing business with Kanye was worth it? Kind of unclear still.
It kind of depends on the fallout of this potential breakup that we're all seeing publicly with Kanye.
And there's a very high potential that Kanye just tweeted something that ruins everything we just said in the story. So Jack, what's the takeaway for our buddies over at The Gap and Adidas?
Influencers like Kanye, they're also risk-fluencers.
Okay, Yetis, the way Jack and I see it, on Wall Street, influencers have become institutionalized risk, like the risk of a natural disaster or like a product defect.
Casper Mattress said it nicely in their S1 document when they went public.
We remember it well. Casper said, use of social media and influencers may affect our reputation or subject us to fines or penalties. They said that.
Kanye is now demanding that both The Gap and Adidas stop selling his Yeezy-designed apparel in their stores.
Okay, so The Gap and Adidas got this huge boost from Kanye, but now they might end up competing against Kanye.
Major companies are seeing sales surge powered by a single influencer like Kanye.
But now Wall Street is realizing influencers aren't just assets, they're also risks.
Thanks for T-Boying with us. Don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel for Pop Biz every day.